walk with me today. Today we're doing a reflection slash walking meditation, and enjoy the walk here with me. And today's theme that we're going to be talking about is going to be patience. And this is something I am faced with on a day-to-day basis. And it's something that here in the West, we're not very used to cultivating patience. We don't have a discipline typically around patience. We want everything now, yesterday. We get irritated and we get pissed that it didn't happen when we wanted it to happen, how we wanted it to happen, and so forth. And this is an invitation for a moment to let go of all that rush, let go of all that urgency, let go of all that impatience, and allow yourself to settle down in the here and now, to focus on your breath for a moment. And here's an invitation to inhale to a count of 4 and exhale to a count of 8. And kind of stay there with that breathing for a little bit. Beautiful. And just make the inhale deep and slow, and make the exhale longer and slow as well. Beautiful. And you're safe here, you're safe now. You're allowed to drop all the urgency, all the rush, all the anxiety, and we release and let it go. And release and let it go. Beautiful. And we allow for us to return to our center, for us to return to cultivating patience, which I believe is one of the lost arts of our humanity. Simplicity, patience, being able to be in the here and now without thinking of what else you have to do today. And a lot of the times when we come back to center, I have found that we reach a point of clarity, a point of, so in being impatient, it's energy leaking. Your life force is leaking, right? Being in anxiety, being in fear. Those are ways in which your energy is not circulating properly through your energy centers. So really allow yourself for a moment to come back to center. Here's my invitation for you. Come back to center. Deep inhale, deep exhales. And feel the safety in your own body. Feel the safety in the here and now. Nothing to do, nowhere to get, no one to be. Just you and your breath. Just you and safety. And just you and trusting the supra-consciousness, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, will reorganize and direct, everything that is not in your control, so we can allow ourselves to surrender control and let go. It's okay. We can allow ourselves to surrender. We can allow ourselves to simply be and to breathe and to come back to center and to come back to joy, to our sense of sovereignty, our sense of simply being. Simply being. Simply being is enough. Simply being is okay. Everything else will sort itself out. Creative solutions will come. A certain person will contact you. A certain email will come in. Whatever it is. The next steps, the next best step, the next resource. When you're quiet, when you come back to center, there is room for that solution, that clarity to emerge within you, through you, or even towards you. You can attract solutions. You can be a magnet for growth, for prosperity, for peace, right? And here's an invitation for you to listen to your body, right? You can speak to your cells, to your organs, and you can literally ask them what they need from you right now. You can speak to your nervous system directly and ask what it needs from you, right? You can ask that question and you can see what comes forward for you when you have time. This is a moment to come back to safety, to let go. Let go. It's a moment to release anything that is keeping you from balance, from peace, from creativity, from expansion, from joy, from being in your heart. Anything that is causing you anxiety and fear, we allow ourselves to release that very thing which is keeping us looping in worry, in fear. And we trust that it will sort itself out in divine timing for our highest and best. There simply cannot exist any other way but that. Do you see? So it's an invitation for us to shift our perception, shift our gaze, change the lens through which we see the world, change our self-talk, our self-dialogue. Allow yourself to be like water. Allow the perceived challenges and problems to flow through you. Empty your vessel as much as possible so life can flow through you and we don't build dams to obstruct the flow of life. And one of the easiest and fastest ways to do this is by welcoming whatever emotion, situation, without wanting to change it, without wanting to make it different. Just we become the observer of what is, right? We simply allow, we stay with it and we breathe. We breathe and we come back to center. Once you have a regulated nervous system, once you're back to center, then we can speak to God directly, to our higher self, whatever you refer to, your guides, whatever you believe in. What is the best next step? And you will find that not always do we need to do something. Sometimes we have to wait. And not always do we have to do what we thought we had to do. Sometimes it's something very simple, right? So come back to center, regulate your nervous system, focus on the here and now, focus on breathing, focus on being safe, and from there, then you take the best next divine directive that you receive. In this way, you begin to operate more and more from your supra-consciousness, right? You begin to have more self-trust, trust in God and the divine within you, trust in life. You begin to feel safe and nurtured and guided by something higher, but not separate than yourself. A higher consciousness, a higher form of love. You begin to embody all of those qualities of this higher aspect of you in your walk here in humanity, in your walk in life, right? So you begin to embody more peace. You begin to embody more safety. You begin to embody more joy, more peace, more creativity, right? More clarity, more opportunities. You begin to see all the beautiful synchronicities happening around you that you were not noticing before. And you allow for that to simply be. You allow for life to be. You're open to infinite possibilities. You are open to creative solutions. You're opening to the divine orchestrating life with you, co-creating with source as you walk. So that doesn't mean you have to give up on your dreams or your goals or your desires. That just means that you make sure that you regulate your nervous system and you make sure that those desires and goals are more aligned with your soul's desire rather than your ego desires, right? One of the best ways in which you know if this is aligned with your soul versus your ego would be, does it bring peace to you and to others? So you also have to include there the aspect of a perceived separate other. And then from there you can gauge if it brings you peace, if it brings you joy, then it feels aligned with the soul. If it makes you anxious, if you know it's harming someone else and also yourself, if you feel like it's going to create karma for you, etc., then it's something you may want to reevaluate and see how you would like to pivot and shift, or if you need to ask for divine directives. Maybe you need to spend some time alone. Maybe you need to come and walk in nature, go to the beach, whatever you like, right? Find stillness, find clarity. Stop steering the water and let clarity emerge by finding stillness, right? So that would be my invitation for today's reflection for you. I will leave you with that today. Enjoy it. Find the peace within yourself. Find the grace. Find the beauty and the joy within your very being. Because everything resides within yourself.